So my name is Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how is it you go about not wasting time? Time is a very important and very precious thing. It's a commodity that cannot be sold, traded, exchanged, bought, built, sold, whatever. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you have time management is more about what you do up here, how you perceive and how productive you are, and how active you are, how much energy you've got. You want to focus on your goals. Follow one course until success. At the start of the year, pick 25 goals you want to work on in the year, and then from 5 of those, work on only 5 of them. Only focus on these 5 in the year, and these other 20, don't touch them, don't bother with them at all. Only focus on these things. And don't do this. The slight mistake that I made is when I accomplish one of these, I replace it with one of these over here. So no, work on these 5 only, and get these accomplished in the year. So focus on them and be mindful as to what the hell their progress is like. What the hell is happening with your time and all the rest. Be mindful of what you spend your time on. I like to use delayed gratification for working on things and working on stuff. All these videos are recorded at once. In fact, today is the 5th of September, and this video is not going to be uploaded until easily the 19th or something, or the 18th? 19th? 18th? The 18th of September. So I'm spending an entire day focusing on and creating a month's worth of content. So every video is freeing up around 24, 23 hours a day, rather than recording one of these every day and uploading it, which is fine, but it can be quite tiring. So it's like I'll record all of them at once and do it and done, and be mindful. So the other thing that I would recommend how not to waste your time is on your phone, go into reminders, and throughout the day, once every say 4 or so hours, do a reminder that prompts saying, am I inventing things to avoid the important? Asking yourself that. Because what that means is it's creating a notification every now and then, just prompting you to ask yourself, am I doing something unimportant that I could be spending this time on something else? And when you see loads of times where it's yes, I'm doing something unimportant, I could be spending it on something else, then you need to change your habits. Change what you're doing. Go into your reminder and say create 4 or 6 of them throughout the day, not at midnight or 2 AM, but 9 AM, 10:30 or 1 PM, 2:30, stuff like that, where it's a reminder, just a prompt saying, am I inventing things to avoid the important? And it then forces me to think, stop and think, am I doing something productive, yes or no? I'm not. Okay, let's stop this, let's do something productive, get back on track. Another one you could do is a reminder to say greatness happens behind the scenes. To prompt yourself, to remind yourself that what you're doing has an end goal to it. There's a purpose to it, and tie in your activities to your 5 goals. Because unless you're not working towards these, then you're losing time, you're wasting time. And there are some ways to perceivably get more than 24 hours in a day. There are some mind ways of doing it. It's mostly down to productivity, what's called Pareto's principle, as well as Parkinsons Law. So Pareto's principle, 80-20, usual BS. 20% of your activities will create 80% of your results. So from there you can say IPA. Focus your time on income-producing activities, videos, blogs, books, courses, etc., etc. Things that increase your income. Income-producing activities. Focus on them, you can't go wrong. Good stuff. Other thing then is Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law will say that in the time allotted a task will be completed in the time allotted to it. So if you give yourself 1 hour to write a book, or write a document for example, you will do it. If you give yourself 1 day, that task will be spread out throughout the day. If you give yourself 1 week, it'll be really spread out throughout the week. You give it a year, forget about it. If you give yourself just not enough time to accomplish what you want, you're forcing your mind, forcing you to be more productive. The thing then is, the task still has got to be realistic, because you can't expect to write 100 books in 1 month when you can barely write 1 or 2 books, for example. So it's like Parkinson's Law. Here's a task. Here's a time allotted to it. Let's reduce that time by, say, 10%, and say, okay, do it then. Because there's an old quote by an American composer that I love called Leonard Bernstein. He says, a plan. What is it? Greatness requires 2 things: a plan and not quite enough time. A plan to indicate, here's what you want to work on. Work on these 5 things. A good goal, worthy ideal, all the rest of these things you want to work on, and not enough time. Not enough time to just pressure you, just to push you, just like get active, go, energy, move, push, forward. When there's not enough time, you're more energized to get going, and you're more productive. Parkinson's Law. So right now, I've got this video to finish off, and one other video in the next 25 minutes. So I want to push myself to get stuff done, to get ahead. How cool is that? So my question to you, the question of the day today is: how productive are you with your time? How productive are you with your time? I would say I'm quite productive. I got a list. I got a to-do list on a Word document and a piece of paper reminding me things what I want to do. I've found that a piece of paper is very helpful for the more day-to-day stuff, or the more underlining basic things, like the immediate necessary things, and the to-do list is more like big picture things. And what I also do is on my Google Chrome, I have loads of tabs open. So it's like, if I were doing a research, I'll leave a tab open and I'll close it down and shut it off, and later on tomorrow I'll open it back up and there's a tab. And then what I'll do at the end of the day, roughly, I'll take all these tabs with some tasks onto another monitor, or separate them onto 2 windows, and I'll work on these separately. Like, I got to sort out a Facebook page for Facebook for a marketing strategy I want to work on. So I use a piece of paper with some basic goals, like write a book, record videos, create some courses, do some podcasts. Okay, that can be thrown away in due time. And a notepad on a computer with loads of other detailed things. A to-do list. Write it down before you forget it. Write it down before you forget. As soon as you forget, then it's like it's lost. Forget about it. So write these things down. So how are you being productive with your time? Those are some ways I'm being productive with my time. And remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So go out there today and do something remarkable. But in the meantime, however, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?